Hi everyone, welcome to today's video and thank you for coming to watch our channel. Today we are going to be talking about autism and also our journey to getting our a diagnosis of autism for our son Matthew. So I do apologise for the video not coming up sooner, but we've had some technical difficulties. So we went to, Matthew had his assessment 2 weeks ago. We had our outcome meeting on Friday the 18th. So with his assessment, basically he saw his paediatrician who kind of went over the history of Matthew and her concerns and that. Especially to do with his diet, which I'll do another video about at some point. And then she kind of, done her normal checks with Matthew, and then just to talk about the future as well, and also to talk about the process of the multidiscipline assessment. So she basically told us that the speech and language lady was going to be doing his autism assessment, and that and then we would have the hearing and then also the clinical psychologist as well, and she would be looking at his thinking and whether or not he could work things out and stuff like that. So the speech and language a lady done his autism assessment, and basically she was playing with him, seeing how he would play, also asking us questions about his communication and play, and also at nursery she has seen him, so she knows him really well, and she had a piece of paper which had certain things on it, and she had to give him a point or no points, and basically for him to be on the autism scale, he needed to kind of have points between 11 and 28, and so he came, I think he was around about a 20. So that's what the paediatrician said at the outcome meeting. He was a 20. So that doesn't mean that he's severely autistic or nothing like that. It's just the way that they kind of assess children who are under, I think, 5, and that. So he does have autism, and also he is 2 years behind as well, because he's got something called global development, which is behind in his milestones, and that could turn into a learning difficulty when he's 5 if his delay is still there, but we don't know yet. So after his assessment, she basically told us that he was autistic, and that it would be really good for us to kind of work with Matthew on his communication. So using a photo graphs, having a picture on probably a key ring actually, with our picture. So she took a picture of us, and basically every time we say his name or we want him to do something, we show him that picture. So we want Matthew to do this, and so mummy is going to give you cowpole. Yeah, very simple communication, and that. We also talk about his play and how he's still really kind of babyish kind of toys in that. But he's really into spinning and stuff, and that kind of repetitive behaviour, play. And to see, I do this kind of intensive interaction game with him, which is kind of, it's a row your boats on, and it's a tiggle. So instead of saying, when you see a crocodile, I will say his name. So when you see a Matthew, so, and then he will look at me, and then I will say tickle him, and I say, don't forget to tickle Matthew. And so it's kind of like he knows what is coming, and he's waiting for that, and he gets excited, and it's a really nice game to kind of try. I will do some more videos on intensive interaction. So if you don't know, I've kind of spent most of my life working with kids and adults with autism and learning disabilities in all kinds of settings, schools and colleges, and I've even had my own day centre for adults with autism as well. And now I've got a son with autism, which is awesome. So, and that's kind of really telling you that we are okay with the diagnosis of autism, and that we saw the clinical psychologist, and that assessment was interesting. She mainly asked us questions about his kind of play, his thinking and stuff like that, and she agreed that he's definitely on the autism spectrum. Again, we don't know where on the autism spectrum he is, but at the moment he's non-verbal. Whether he will decide to talk, we hope, and however we are working very closely with all the professionals, and so that we can give him kind of the tools to be able to communicate. Because the speech and language lady said, even though he's non-verbal, he's very good at communicating with you, mum. Because he came over to me and he kind of tapped my leg and then put his arms up to say, no, pick me up. And she was saying, and I can see this, some children with autism, they don't do that, and they are very withdrawn, and Matthew isn't withdrawn. He does come up to us, and so he come up to me because I'm his mum and his dad and his grandparents and that, and he will look at you and he will want to be played with and stuff. And so that's really nice to have. With other people at say his nursery, he's not always like that. So they see a totally a different side to him, where we see kind of Matthew who we know. So it's really interesting. So Matthew has got the diagnosis of autism, and our assessment was a positive a 1. Our outcome meeting, all the professionals was invited. Only 2 came from his nursery, but the others sent kind of their apologies, and they couldn't make it for one reason or another. And so the paediatrician just went through their reports and that. And so now we got that diagnosis. We are really keen to get his education healthcare plan in place. Now that process was started at the beginning, I think it was around about the summertime in August, if not September. So I'm hoping that we will know a little bit more around about November time, and hopefully we might even get it sooner. We never know. They got to send me a draft copy, and then I need to sign it, then I need to send it back, and then it goes to panel, and then basically they should say yes, because we've been told by all the professionals that basically he fits all the criteria. So once we got that, we can send him to a special needs a school. It's not a The school has got a nursery attached, so instead of waiting until September 2020, we want him to go there as soon as possible. So we are looking at, say, January, because his current, say, nursery, they are trying their best, and but they just haven't got like experience, and we feel he would be much more better. So get a nursery whereby staff have got training, they understand about say autism, but mainly about communication. They use Makaton. Now the nursery use Makaton, however Matthew is not yet using that. However, I think that this nursery will be good because he can learn that, but also they encourage like other forms of communication as well. So and also it will be he would be the third child to be there, so he would be with two other children, and not like 10 or more, so that would be really good. And then he can move up to like the foundation, and then like his like a school as well. It does mean that the twins will be separated, however they are now, because he's in the baby room and Rebecca's in like the toddler room. But I'm so fed up of fighting with them. I think that the best thing that we can do as parents is fight for our kids, and making sure that they are in the right kind of setting. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. I do apologise that again this video has taken ages. I did do a longer video which was much more better, but then my phone decided to go all funny. So in the next video I'm going to give you some like tips, okay? And this video will be coming out probably it's Monday. This video will be going out, so the next one will be either Wednesday or like a Friday, one of the days anyway. I'm really going to try to do 2 videos. I've got lots and lots of things that I want to talk to you all about, mainly relating to like autism, which this channel is going to be about. And but thank you for watching, and I'm going to find some videos and some pictures now for you to look at. Actually, I don't know whether I can, because I'm doing this on like YouTube. However, thank you for watching, and please like this video, and if you have any questions, comment below and I'll get back to you. And make sure that you check out our a Facebook page, and if you got any questions and you want to get in contact with me direct, you can message me on there, and I'll be quite happy to go through some things. So in the next video we are going to be talking about what happens now we have found out that Matthew has autism. We know that we are doing the education healthcare plan, but where does this then go? How do we deal with things as parents of autism? So what I'm going to be doing is a few videos. The next video, I do apologise, I got a cold and everything. The next videos will be some tips on what to do and what not to do, and what to be aware of, and that. And so I'm going to be doing that video for you, tomorrow, and then hopefully it will be uploaded for say Wednesday. But thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, take care, and I will see you all very soon. So from me, and also Goldie over there, who is Rebecca's little, okay, that's Goldie. So yeah, we my parents got a Goldie from Spain, and He's quite cool, isn't he? So from us, we will see you all next time. Bye.